show you that it is stated here that I did appear during that 8:30 proceeding, and that again, it's not reflected in these minutes here, but during that conversation, again, the judge recused himself, and I claimed common law jurisdiction because no jurisdiction had ever been established. Because of that, I dismissed the case, and the judge then nobody said anything. They pretty much were stunned. And at that point, I just said, okay, is there anything that the courts have to give me? The bailiff just said, leave, sir. So again, I'm really just standing before you just to request that the bench warrant be quashed and any and all charges against me at this point be dismissed. I don't consent to the court, and I waive all benefits.
Did you get a copy of the complaint that was filed against you?
No, I didn't receive any of this information. The only way that I received it was by speaking with the district attorney's office. And I'd also like to request that the court set aside the forfeiture of a bond and declare all liability on the bearer bond exonerated. I also make a motion to the courts for a writ of quo warranto to establish jurisdiction of the court proceedings. And if it is not responded to within the next 3 to 20 days, all charges shall be dropped and no further pursuance of this matter shall be engaged in the courts. The judge didn't provide proof that I was ever served a notice to appear before the issuing bench warrant. The judge didn't have sufficient and appropriate
Mr. Wildstar, I'm going to ask you to please be quiet for a minute so I can look at the record. Can you just please be quiet for a minute?
Indeed.
I ask you to be quiet. 13HM02938. The record will reflect that he's been given a copy of the complaint. Now, Mr. Wildstar, you've made a number of requests here, and I've listened to those requests, and at this time, we need to take care of a couple other things before we address the requests. First of all, do you have any questions about the charges that have been filed against you?
Your Honor, I apologize because I did actually receive a copy of that. I didn't know what the legal term is for that.
So when you told me that you did not get a copy of the complaint, that wasn't accurate?
Correct. I did receive it when I checked in at the previous court proceedings.
Mr. Wildstar, one of the most important things for people appearing in court is their credibility. And if the court gets the impression that people are not telling the truth, it really doesn't help the person at all. In fact, it can really work to their disadvantage. So
I understand, Your Honor. Again, I
appreciate you telling me that you made a mistake. All right? So you do have a copy of the complaint. That's why I want to make sure that you have that. And I need to know whether or not you understand. I'm not asking if you agree with the charges. I'm not saying they're true. I just want to know if you understand what the charges are in the complaint.
I've read through them and
okay. Do you have any questions about? I'm not saying they're true. I just want to know if you have any questions about what they are.
I've read through them.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Now, the next thing is, I understand you're objecting to the jurisdiction of the court. That is a matter of record. Okay, we know that objection. You have the right to object if you want to. Right? My question to you is, how do you want to proceed with this matter? Do you want to plead not guilty and have me set it for trial?
Your Honor, I would like not to enter a plea until I understand the nature and cause against me. And like to refuse to enter a plea at this time. If it's possible for the court, I'd like to request that it be said for the record that if this case is proceeding under common law jurisdiction or under admiralty law, which is under tribunal venue, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 of the Constitution.
Mr. Wildstar, do you know what admiralty law is?
I completely do, sir, which is why I do not consent to these court
That's what I thought.
and which is why I'm waiving all benefits and am again requesting that any and all charges against me be dropped. And I'm also requesting that any and all bail amounts against me be exonerated, as well as my car that has been illegally impounded be returned to me according to vehicle code. Pardon me.
Well, my
Vehicle
opinion
code
is,
section 1801.5, section E. Any vehicle should not be detained for a 30-day period just on the fact or just on the basis that the driver is operating the vehicle without a license. The car was not causing an infraction upon the public. Therefore, the vehicle then needs to be released to me as well. Since there hasn't been any establishment of jurisdiction in the courts, I'm requesting that the case be dismissed. Your Honor?
your request is denied at this time.
Yeah,
Because, Mr. Wildstar, because you have decided you didn't want to enter a plea today, on your behalf, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. The matter is set for pre-trial conference in Department H13
Excuse me.
on April, excuse me, you just be quiet for a minute here. On April 18th, 2013, you're ordered to appear. April 18th.
I object, Your Honor. For the judge to enter a plea on my behalf is to practice law from the bench. Also let the record reflect, since the judge has entered a plea on not guilty on my behalf, he has made the judicial decision that I'm not guilty of these charges. Therefore, this case is dismissed. If we don't have anything further to discuss, I'd like to go about with my day. Thank you.
Mr. Wildstar,
Is there anything else that
to
we need to
appear
discuss?
in Department H13, 8:30, April 18th for pretrial.
The judge just entered the judicial decision that I am not guilty of these charges. Therefore, all charges shall be dropped immediately, and I shall receive a letter of exoneration from the courts by the clerk's office. Because the judge has made the judicial decision to enter a plea on my behalf of not guilty, he again has stated for the record that I am not guilty, therefore dismissing the case. Does that make sense to anybody? Good. Therefore, case number 13, H as in Harry, M as in Mary, 02938 against Nicholas Wildstar is dismissed. Thank you.
I'm advising you, if you fail to show up, a warrant will be issued for your arrest.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a
April
beautiful
18th.
day. God bless this country, the United States of America, and the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, which I represented, which you took the oath of office to represent as well, but you are refusing to do, Your Honor. You took over the office to uphold the Constitution of the United States, which is not present in this court today. There is no written, there is no writ against me. There is no establishment of jurisdiction. Again, I'm requesting a writ of quo warranto establishing jurisdiction of this court to pursue this matter against me. And again, since the honor has issued a not guilty plea against me, he's made a judicial decision that this case has been dismissed.
All right, Mr. Wildstar, please, I have other cases that I need to take care of. I'm asking you to be quiet.
Let's try.